What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a very short and a very just chill video. It's basically just gonna be me talking. I know you're gonna kill me, and I know you see plants, so I know where your mind's going. I promised you guys I was going to talk about my plants. You guys have been wanting it, and I know, and I apologize. It's just been a chaotic couple of weeks. I just graduated high school Monday, so like, don't mind my room. That's why it looks messy. That's why, like, you're probably like, what? It's because I'm a little discombobulated. I'm a little disorganized right now, so I gotta figure that out. Today I'm actually going to be talking about a topic that I talked a little bit about on Instagram, but you know, we're gonna get into it more. I want to throw a couple shout outs in this video. First, I want to shout out my friend Allie. She has a YouTube channel, she has a TikTok, and she has an Instagram. Her Instagram and her TikTok handle are healing.baddies. So healing baddies, and then her YouTube channel is Healing with Allie. I want to give her a shout out just because it's the topic of this video. I want to go into detail about so far of my healing journey and my spiritual awakening, and why I decided to go on this journey and why I wanted to go on these different things. I want to shout her out because in the beginning of my spiritual awakening, I actually found her through TikTok. She does tarot readings, and she has been the most helpful and amazing and beautiful soul in my life. I haven't met her in person yet. She actually lives an hour away from me. She lives in my hometown. I'm not going to tell you my hometown because we're on YouTube. She lives in my hometown, and I think that's cool. I think that's so awesome that I found her when I was going on, like when I started my spiritual awakening, and then I found out she lives in my hometown and she's like only an hour away. So I could literally like just drive down to my hometown and literally meet her. But I'm shy. I'm shy. I'm very shy. I'm trying to not be so shy with people, but I really want to shout her out because she's the reason. Well, I don't want to give her all the credit. I do. There's a lot of people in my life that have helped me get to the place I am, but she is definitely the main reason for my spiritual awakening and my spiritual journey, that I've just have grown so much as a person, so much as an individual. I've learned so much about myself. I feel like the advice that she's given me has given me the opportunity to step more into my higher self and to step more into my authentic self. I've been so much more me, and not worrying on other people's opinions. I've been so unapologetic about who I am, on the inside and the out. I've just been living my best life, and I really want to give her the thank you that she deserves. If it wasn't for her coming into my life and giving me advice and giving me readings and talking to me, and letting me know that I could do this and this to help me get to the place that I am today. She's just been so incredibly helpful, and I just want to give her the biggest thank you ever. She has definitely helped me grow and evolve so much in my spiritual journey. She's the reason that I meditate every day. She's the reason I journal every day. She's the reason that I've been doing more research on crystals and spirituality, and I've been learning so much, and I feel like the place I am now and the place I was 2 years ago are completely two different people, and I'm just so incredibly thankful for her. I'm so incredibly thankful for, me being able to have the strength and the courage to do this. So Allie, if you're watching this, I just have to give you the biggest shout out, and I want to say I love you, and I'm just so very much thankful that the universe brought me to you, because I just feel so much more closer to who I am as a person because of you. I don't want to get emotional, but anyways, thank you. Another thing I also want to let you guys know is please subscribe to my personal channel when it drops June 29th. I'm super excited. I've been planning so hard for this personal channel. So I hope you guys enjoy my channel when it drops, and I hope you guys stay on this adventure with me. So now we're going to talk about my spiritual journey, my healing journey, and you know what I've learned so far. Let's start with my healing journey. When I decided I wanted to get my mental health, you know, I wanted to start focusing on my mental health, and when I wanted to start focusing on myself, was actually 2 years ago. I got out of an abusive relationship. Not me getting deep on YouTube, but I got out of an 11th month abusive relationship. It wasn't physical abuse, but it was a lot of mental games, a lot of mental abuse. The person that I was with at the time just was very emotionally unavailable in the relationship, and after that relationship, a lot of issues, a lot of trust issues, a lot of behavioral issues started to develop. There's also a lot of childhood trauma that I very much needed to work through. I also had a lot of different events. The year of 2018 that happened. I'm a survivor of SA. I'm not gonna say the word because if it triggers anybody, I don't want to accidentally trigger somebody. But I'm a survivor of SA. I was SA'd by my ex-partner's friend. So that's a little bit of a traumatic situation. It's happened 2 years ago. I did a lot of therapy for it, but there is a lot of stuff that has stayed with me because of that. So at the beginning of 2019, I decided that I wanted to focus on myself. I wanted to focus on my mental health, and I really wanted to just allow myself to feel and sit with these emotions and these situations and then move on with it. There are a lot of things that have happened that have caused certain issues in my life, and I'm growing as a person, and these certain things just, they don't resonate with me anymore, and I don't want them to be a part of my future. So I decided, I sat down with my now boyfriend, Tommy. Haha, he's gonna get shouted out in a video. You'll see more of him when my personal channel drops, I promise. But when I got in a relationship in the beginning of 2019 with him, he was really the one that sat down with me and was like, hey, I want to help you with this healing journey. I want to help you with your mental health. I want to do as much as I can possible to make you feel your best. And so I definitely have to thank him for really, as someone who just got into a new relationship and the person you're with is like, hey, I'm struggling with a lot. It's very hard to be like, okay, let me help you, and let me be your security blanket in a way. So I really want to shout him out for a thank you for sticking through it, especially just because we've been together for almost 2 years now, and like, he has done a lot that has helped with my journey. So with it being 2021, at the beginning of 2021, I started going through a spiritual awakening on top of my healing journey. It was chaotic. It's still quite chaotic. There was different things that I was feeling connected with. I forget what it was, like what really started it, but I felt really connected with the idea of spirituality. I'm not a religious person. I grew up in a Catholic family, and the Catholic religion just didn't sit with me correctly. I don't hate on anybody who, you know, practices that religion. I don't hate on anybody that practices any religion. Whatever, you know, whatever makes you feel alive and makes you feel comfort in life, whatever religion that is, please practice that religion and be able to feel comfortable with it. Just, at least personally for me, the Catholic and Christian religion just didn't sit correctly with me, and I was very confused on like where to sit religious wise. I found out about spirituality and what being spiritual means, and you know the aspects of it, and I just felt more better with that. The idea of it, the process of it, everything just felt a lot better. So I started doing my research. I started watching documentaries, and everything just felt right for me with it. So I stayed with it. I've been sticking with it, and I just feel comfort in spirituality. I feel the comfort that, you know, we are souls. I feel comfort that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. I feel comfort when it comes to nature and the universe. I like the idea that you can manifest your life and you're the creator, because for me, for the longest time, I've always listened to other people about how I should live my life, how I should be, how I should dress, how I should look, who I should love, and it just, those things they weren't me, they weren't my thoughts, they weren't my beliefs. I was just taking on what I was raised on, and I've now learned, you know, through the past couple of months of my spiritual awakening, today and in this moment, I feel the most comfortable and comfort to say that I am in such a better place than I was 2 years ago. I feel like I understand who I am as a person, who I am as a soul and individual. I've been learning to be with myself, be in the present moment. It's just comforting for me to finally live unapologetically of who I actually am and who I'm meant to be. So for me, I just started being like, you know what? Screw other people's opinions, screw whatever my family has to say, and I started to be who I wanted to be, how I wanted to live, what I wanted to do with my life, and it's been very freeing. It's been very freeing to look the way I want to look and love the people who I want to love and be friends with the people who I want to be friends with, and to do the things that I love, which are writing and YouTube and social media, and able to be myself completely and freely and unapologetically. It's just so, it's beautiful, and it's just so comforting and nice, and I've never been in more of a better place. I have grown so much in the past 2 years. It's crazy to look back on, you know, how I was 2 years ago and how I am now. It's crazy to look and be like, you've really changed. And that was my biggest thing. I wanted to change. All my life, I've always worried about, you know, what others had to say about me. So I very much listened. I very much just shut up and listened to other people. And it hurt me more. It hurt me much more to sit there and just be like, you know what, I'll just listen, I'll do whatever you want to do. And it's sad for me to think about how I have allowed relationships and friendships and family members to dictate and control my life. And I got to a point before my spiritual awakening, and I was like, I don't want this for myself anymore. I deserve better. I deserve to be who I am supposed to be. I deserve to be in the life that's meant for me, to be the person that I'm meant to be, and to be friends with the people that I'm meant to meet. And it just, everything fell in place very easily for me. I will say, ever since my spiritual awakening, my healing process has been a lot easier. There's still a lot of things that, you know, I'm dealing with and I'm healing from. Just my anxiety. I was diagnosed with very severe anxiety at the age of 7. That's a very young age for a child to be diagnosed with like the severest level of anxiety. And throughout my whole life, I've dealt with just very bad, very sickening anxiety. My anxiety and my depression just kept me so very low, and just it didn't allow me to do and be and feel the way I wanted to, you know. It just didn't let me live. I felt like I was just trapped in this tiny cage and I had no way to get out. So it was very, very hard, and it was very tough. It was very tough to, you know, to get to where I am today. It also didn't help that since the age of 7, when I got diagnosed with anxiety, I also, you know, I started to develop a really bad binge eating disorder. I don't rarely talk about my binge eating disorder because for me, it was just, I honestly, throughout most of my life, thought I was just being quote unquote fat and, or unhealthy. And all reality of it was, I felt comfort in food. I felt comfort in sitting there and keep eating and just keep eating. And it was very scary at one point for me because I found something new about me, and I've been learning to live with it. I've been learning to be open about it and to be open to talk about it. And that's why I wanted to record this video, and I felt the need to talk about it on the platform that I have. Now, the platform I have isn't big. It's just growing, but I wanted to bring awareness to these different things, you know, alongside bringing awareness, you know, about anxiety and depression and about SA and about, you know, eating disorders. I really wanted to just talk about it, sit down with my camera and just talk about it and reflect on it and understand that these things are normal, but they aren't weird. There's a bunch of people on this planet that suffer from these things, and that isn't something to be ashamed about. If you find the correct help that you need, you will learn how to cope with these things, and you will learn how to be able to live with it. And that's kind of what happened with me when I was going through my healing and my spiritual journey. I started finding different coping mechanisms for my anxiety. I've recently been recovering from the eating disorder, and I will confidently say this is the first time in forever that I feel okay. I feel more alive, and I just feel better. I just feel so much better than I did, you know, physically and mentally and health-wise. I just feel so much better. And I really just wanted to sit down and talk about it. I feel like social media doesn't talk about it, especially bigger influencers. I don't think they talk about it enough to normalize it, especially with today's society. It's a very vain society. Everybody's all about their looks and about how they look and how they act and how much money they make, and you know, what car they drive or what job they have, or, you know, I don't see a lot of people normalize the fact that these are things that everybody struggles with. And it's not odd, it's not weird, it's not like this crazy phenomenon that happens just, you know, randomly. There's so many people that do struggle with this. And I just wanted to be open about my experience and be open with how I've dealt with things. I've dealt with my anxiety through meditation, through journaling, going on hikes and being out in nature, spending more time with my friends and my loved ones. You know, there's also a lot of things that I've learned. I've lost a lot of friends throughout this whole entire healing and spiritual journey. I've lost a lot of friends for the simple fact that I just realized that some of these people were very toxic and very not good for me. And I had to cut them off for my own peace of mind and for my own well-being. You know, same with family members. My own brother, you know, and if he's watching this, I hope he doesn't take any offense, but I don't even talk to my own brother anymore because it's very hard for me to be around him. And it's hard for me to build a brother-sister connection with him because he's just very toxic and mean and just not the best person. So I distance myself from that. I've distanced myself from friends that I've been friends with for 15 plus years. I dropped my best friend since I was 5. Me and this person were best friends since we were 5 years old, and I dropped her. When you get older and you start being more aware of your environment and you start growing out of your environment and you start being aware of like what you as a person want and what you need to feel better in life, and you just start realizing that there's certain people in your life that were never that great. I really wanted to be open with you guys about my spiritual journey, about my healing journey, and just about mental health in general. I feel like it's very important to talk about mental health, and I know I talk about a lot of other things. I talk about, you know, fat phobia. I know I talk about, you know, my support for the plus size community because I am a plus size woman. I know I've talked about many different things, but I just don't feel like I've talked about mental health enough. And I just want to bring awareness to that, and I want everybody who's watching this video know that I'm a safe space. My channel is a safe space. My personal channel is going to be a safe space. My social medias are a safe space. I just want you guys to know that you aren't alone, and I'm here, and many other people are also here. But yeah, mental health, spirituality, healing, these are all things that happen. They're normal, and there's things that I'm going through. So yeah. So I know this, I said in the beginning, I think I said in the beginning this video is going to be short. I lied. I'm looking at my camera time right now. It's 27 minutes. So sorry about that. Sorry I didn't talk about my plants again. I just deeply within me felt the need to talk about mental health and to talk about spirituality and to talk about my healing journey and my spiritual journey because I don't know. I had a conversation with one of my friends the other day about how they just, you know, they're going through a lot, and I just wanted to be a safe space for people. So I wanted to put a video out there to let you guys know that I am a safe space. So yeah, I'm sorry this video is long, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to see you next time, and I promise I'll get to my plants at one point. I promise. But yeah, bye guys.